with Councilors Alexis and Merrill on phone. The town of Inuvik acknowledges that we are located on the traditional lands of the Gwich'in and Inuvialuit people of the Northwest Territories. We are grateful to be allowed the opportunity to learn, work, and live on Treaty 11 lands within the Gwich'in settlement area and the lands of the Inuvialuit Final Agreement. Adoption of the agenda as amended. I need a mover and a second. Councilor Devlin and Councilor Day. Any comments? All those in favor?
Yes.
Motion's carried. Declaration of conflict of interest or pecuniary interest, anyone? Seeing none. Item 4, delegations, presentations, or petitions. We had none on Monday night. Is there anything tonight? No. Item 5, public question period. Item 6, adoption of the minutes of the March 11th and 13th, 2024 council meetings. I need a mover and a seconder. Moved by Councilor Day, seconded by Councilor. Any comments, corrections? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Yeah.
Motion's. Excuse me. 7.1, the action items list. Any comments? New business. 8.1. Officially appoint the FCM representatives. The motion is, be it resolved, the Inuvik Town Council hereby appoints Mayor Wood and Councillor Alexis to attend the Federation of Canadian Municipalities Annual Conference in Calgary, Alberta, June 6th to 9th, 2024. Mover, Councillor Devlin and Councillor Harder. Any comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Yeah.
It's carried. 8.2, East 3 Secondary School request for donation of space at the ball field. The motion is, be it resolved, the Inuvik Town Council hereby approves a donation of the ball field to East 3 Secondary School for the period of April 9th to April 25th, 2024. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Devlin, seconded by Councillor Day. Discussion. Nothing? All those in favor?
Yes.
Motion's carried. Excuse me. 8.3, the operations and maintenance funding agreement with GNWT. The motion is, be it resolved, the Inuvik Town Council hereby approves the contribution agreement with the GNWT for operations and maintenance funding in the amount of $899,333. A mover and a seconder. Councillor Harder, seconded by Councillor Day. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Motion's carried. 8.4, water and sewer funding. Be it resolved, the Inuvik Town Council hereby approves the contribution agreement with the government of the NWT for water and sewer funding in the amount of $461,667. A mover and a seconder. Councillor Wayman, Councillor Carter. Any discussion? All those in favor? Carried.
Yes.
8.5, appointments to the Municipal Board of Revision. Point of order? Point of order. Be it resolved that pursuant to the Property Assessment and Taxation Act S 3031 CP 10 RSNWT, the Inuvik Town Council hereby appoints Darwin Utingen to the 2024 municipal board of revision at an honorarium $100 per half day and $150 per full day. A mover and a seconder. Councillor Devlin, seconded by Councillor Harder. Discussion, Councillor Devlin.
Just note that the topic at the top suggests Thursday, May 11th, 2023. We'll just need to correct that.
You should have a revision.
We're saying, what we're reading here is May 11th, 2023.
Okay, so
But yes, I do have the three revised one here.
any further discussion? All those in favor?
Yes.
Motion's carried. 9.1 bylaws, bylaw to lease unsurveyed commissioner's land. And that's the land for the solar farm. Be it resolved, the Inuvik Town Council hereby gives first reading to bylaw 2732/LND/24, a bylaw to dispose of leasehold interest in land. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Wainman, seconded by Councillor Devlin. Excuse me. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Yes.
Motion's carried. Second reading, same bylaw, mover and a seconder. Councillor Wainman and Councillor Harder. Any discussion? All those in favor? Motion's carried. We had department reports on Monday. I need a mover and a seconder for the department head reports. Councillor Harder and Councillor Devlin. Any discussion? All those in favor? Motion's
Yeah.
carried. Information items, we have strategic priorities chart. Any comments? We had updates from myself on the SIO position. I didn't bring it with me. Anyway. The question was, why didn't we appoint all of council to the screening committee for the vacant SAO position? As per the Human Resources Manual, and I found it. Under procedures for recruitment and selection of the SAO, item number 4 under procedures, the mayor or council member delegate is responsible for assembling a hiring committee. The hiring committee will consist of the mayor/delegate and at least one other council member. The hiring committee may include an individual who has expertise in senior management, recruitment, and selection. So we've appointed 2 councilors and Grant as the individual with the expertise. Not prepared to entertain any more council members, or we're going to end up with too many. As an addition to that information, item 12 states the hiring committee may decide to recommend to proceed with an offer to the highest rated candidate. Once a successful candidate has been selected, the hiring committee would advise council of the decision at an in-camera session. And that's from the Human Resources Manual that was approved by this council on May of last year. Questions, Councillor Devlin?
No. I'm just trying to formulate the question. It'll take a minute.
Any other questions? Councillor Harder?
So why won't you entertain?
because
Anyone?
I feel two is enough.
But,
And according
I would like to
to
rec-
the versus manual, I only have to appoint one.
I would like to recommend that Counselor Devlin gets put on as well.
And you're going against the HR manual that you people approved.
I don't see the problem with it.
I do. Counselor Devlin.
Sort of along the same lines as, just generally, isn't it up to council to actually appoint the new SAO, to make the final decision?
According to the HR manual,
It's
the
just the
mayor,
mayor in an office can make the job offer for the senior position here? That doesn't make any sense. That has to be a council motion.
obviously you never heard what I read to you. It says, once a successful candidate has been selected, the hiring committee will advise council of the decision at an in-camera session. That's where you can disagree or agree.
But Mayor, the language suggests that once someone's been selected, seems rather final. It doesn't seem to end the rest of council a proper opportunity to weigh in before they get to almost a final stage. And we did run into this last time.
Well, we do recommend to council to proceed with the offer. If council doesn't want to, that's their discretion. Then we can go to another candidate.
So I understand that a formal offer won't be made until
Until
council has
council approves.
approved it. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Vacant council position, we decided to leave it vacant. One other thing I did want to bring up. We have supposedly a contract with Remax. However, I don't feel we're getting good value for the money. For example, the lot we just sold to Leo Pepper for $13,000. We paid Remax $5,000 for virtually nothing. For the lots we sold to Mario Lemieux at Shell Lake, it cost us $5,600. Tom Zupko, $6,000. For the 6 lots we sold to GTC on Carmichael, it cost us $32,000. Basically for nothing. I'd like to see council approve us getting out of that agreement with Remax because it really has no value to us. We sold 24 lots, for example, to IRC without Remax. We did that on our own. We would have sold 25 more on our own. It just seems like we're paying money for nothing here.
This is
I-
Councilor Miro. I would absolutely agree with you that we need to end that contract. I think the previous SAO did not understand how land sales work in small communities and that we do not need the assistance of a realtor. So I would strongly suggest that we end that relationship.
I can see this working in a community as big as Yellowknife or Edmonton. I really can't see it being a value in Inuvik. Councillor Wayman, you had a comment?
We just go back to putting it on our town website, does just the same thing.
Yeah,
It's much
exactly.
more efficient, cost less. And, anyone who wants to buy land, it's there.
Now Cindy has been investigating, trying to find an agreement, pardon me, RSAO, with Remax. We can't find one. Remax actually can't provide us with one either. They say it's on a for sale basis. So as far as I can tell, we don't have an official contract with Remax. So I guess we should pursue, yes, SAO.
So Currently, right now, we do not have a service agreement with them. The Realtor did make reference to a listing contract. So I am in consultation with our lawyer to determine what exactly a listing contract is. I've also asked that the Realtor provide us with any listing contracts, just to ensure that we are not committed in the small print of any listing contracts that we have as well. So I can provide more information at the next council session and put it through as a request for decision.
Okay.
I just want to double check before we commit to not committing anymore, that we are not on the hook for, say, up to 6 months for that.
That's the only thing I'm worried about as well. But, we'll do further investigation and get back to council on that. Councilor Devlin.
Can we also find out how they're breaking, I thought we were told that Remax would be taking a 6% commission. I seem to remember that. So is this a flat rate? If it's $5,000, seems like about a $5,000 base for these sales plus a little bit. And
And,
we're trying to figure out where this 5,000, like I said, I thought this was a 6% commission. That's what I understood.
well, I
from the
thought it was
former
6%
SAO.
myself until I read an actual document that's actually 7%.
It's 7, but but 5,000 on a $13,000 sale is not 7%, so we've got to figure out, is that the minimum per sale, because that, we shouldn't be selling $13,000 pieces through a realtor, basically.
5,000 is the minimum.
Okay, thank you.
Like I say, on a $13,000 sale. Ludicrous. Moving on. Council concerns. I need a motion to go in camera. Councilor Devlin and Councilor Day. All those in